Hello and welcome to the Donkey History Museum in Mesquite, Nevada. My name is Mark Myers. I'm the Executive Director of the Peaceful Valley Donkey Rescue and the Chief Curator here. We'll start here with donkeys and politics. We also have a nice celluloid donkey collection, donkeys and tobacco. This is our Gold Rush Gallery. Of course, donkeys were a big part of the Gold Rush of 1849. This is our sluice. Amy, my wife, co-founder of the Peaceful Valley Donkey Rescue, is currently panning for real gems and fossils. We have some interesting donkey postcards. A lot of them are postmarked around the turn of the century, the early 1900s. This is our Americana Gallery, donkeys and tourism. An old racing cart. We have many occupied Japan ceramics. And an interesting note is all the Japanese war factories, they didn't know what to do with them. And so they had them turning out souvenirs for American tourism post World War II. This is our toy collection featuring Pin the Tail on the Donkey, Shrek, Winnie the Pooh, Quick Draw McGraw. These are some of our vintage toys. This is more of our Americana Gallery. Donkeys and literature. This is our abuse showcase. Shows some of the long hooves that we've dealt with over the years. This is a history of the donkeys in photos. It starts with the Egyptians and Mesopotamians and teaches you all the history of donkeys all the way to the present. This is our contemporary artist gallery. And we actually know quite a few of these artists that have contributed to this. This quilt was made for Amy and I by a very dear friend of ours. This is our theater. And in the theater, we play two of my films. This is our virtual reality area where you can stand in the middle of a stampede, take a virtual tour of our Texas ranch, and ride a four-wheeler through a large herd of donkeys. This is a display dedicated to my new film, Donkeys of the Caribbean, that will be out in the spring of 2025. This is our Native American Gallery. Donkeys played a big part in the early Native American culture once they were brought over to the what is now the United States in 1598. Here's a quick look at our gift shop. Gift shop sales are what support the museum and help keep it with free admission. This is the beginning of our international gallery. People travel all over the world and will bring us back items. Donkeys have played a part in just about every culture on the planet. And this is where our war gallery begins. Donkeys have played a part in almost every war. They were used in the signal corps, in the supply chains. And I was lucky enough to find this gentleman who is a fellow photographer. And he lives overseas, although he's an American citizen, and he collects photographs. And he had all these wonderful photographs of donkeys along with men in uniform. So many of these are from his collection. and he was kind enough to partner with us here at the museum. And we have just about every conflict on the planet here represented. This is our wall of heroes, and veterans that come in can add their name to it. We're going to remodel this so we could add more names. That's coming very shortly. The reason for the Jeep is after the conclusion of World War II, Army surplus Jeeps were so cheap that people would buy a Jeep and release their donkeys. And that left overpopulations here in Hawaii, the Caribbean, and Australia, because the donkeys were just set free and left to their own devices. This is our mule gallery. We have working mules. We have Hollywood mules. Of course, the 20 mule team. These are sketches from the Civil War. Some other mules in history. And that concludes our tour. Hope you enjoyed it.